Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Always down and ready to ride.
Oh, no, I muted myself that time. Well, that was an option for wearing tonight that did not get chosen. I hope everybody's doing well today. Thanks for being here, Donald. That would be great. Here's the deal. I made a video. It's this video right here. It's insane, but if you don't want my voice in it, in approximately 5 to 7 minutes, it will drop on the channel as a video, standalone video, just edited. It'll be edited the same as this one because that's what we're going to watch, but it will be without interruption from me. So keep that in mind. I have to tell you guys, I was actually blown away by this hearing at multiple points during it, which is saying a lot for me. I watch a lot of court and it takes a lot to surprise me. So it was definitely a crazy, crazy case. I was really glad I got it. The first maybe 10 to 15 minutes, I had to get it in 2x speed, but it's okay. We'll deal. We are going back to Texas, Judge Webster in Texas and Miss Brown Zito. And this time it's not all her fault, but she certainly doesn't help things very much. I'll say that. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Tell me what you had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. I wish I was having a 4-cheese Neapolitan pizza. My brain wouldn't work there. And pasta. That's what I would like. A 4-cheese Neapolitan pizza. Very crispy. Like almost burnt. I like to see black on the pizza. That's what I would really love. Oh, MB, I'm so glad you're here. It is, this is honestly one of the biggest clusterfucks I've ever seen. And it's almost uncontrollable at that point. Courtney, you're having shrimp ramen, but you wish you were having pizza pie. Pizza pie. Last night I made quesadillas. I used the Instant Pot to make them, which we all know I love the Instant Pot. I didn't make the quesadillas in there, though. I made the chicken filling for the quesadillas in the Instant Pot. It was yummy. I am out of cream. Actually, I was just about to look this up before we got started, but you figure there's lactose in cream, right? I'm sure. Like milk wouldn't be worse than cream. For some reason, I'm drinking coffee with milk and my stomach feels yucky. But I drink coffee with cream all the time and it seems fine. So it's lactose in milk, but not in cream, is there? Is that something? Am I just a bougie girl that needs my cream? And really, it's nothing to do with that. I'm sure I could get lactose-free cream, Paula, but you know what? I don't think I'm well, I might be lactose intolerant, but I eat too much cheese to accept that. I can't accept it. I literally cannot accept it. No, but my cream is not, I'm just talking about straight, what we call half and half cream. Half and half. Half and half. Oh, have you ever tried the Lactaid pills, Paula? They have Lactaid pills. Anyways, right. Okay, we are going to get on with this story, but as a reminder, if you don't want to listen to me babble on about it while we're watching it, this video is going to drop on the channel in a minute. So you've been warned. Beano works best, really. I wonder if I tried that and felt better, if that's like diagnosable or, And there's a question too, Lisa. There's a question too. Anyways, let's get on with this unhinged hearing. I do have some other court for us to watch as well, but this one is like the doozy of the day. The doozy of the day. I do have a hot coffee here that I just made, but it is so dark. Maybe I just didn't put enough milk in. Is that the problem, maybe? Oh, it's hot as fuck. I don't drink chocolate milk. We've talked about this before. When I was a child, somebody told me that chocolate, oh, hold on. Trigger warning. If you are easily affected by people's descriptions of gross things, plug your ears, because I'm going to describe something gross. 3, 2, 1. When I was a child, somebody told me that chocolate milk was the way that they dealt with the bloody milk from the cows. So when they were milking the cows and it got all bloody and pussy, they told me that all they do is just add chocolate and you're good to go. And I never drank chocolate milk after that. Seriously, never drank chocolate milk after that. Now, here's the thing. I ended up marrying the milkman. Funny you should say that, Casey. Love you too. But I married a milkman and I had him check. I was like, listen, I need some fact checking to be done on chocolate milk before we give it to our child. And it's not, they don't do that. That's not anything like, obviously, but they really don't. Strawberry milk, right? Oh, funny. Anyways, okay. Do you mean Nesquik, MB? We had something called Nesquik, which you would put into yeah. Can somebody also put a disclaimer in the chat that I'm done with the gross talk now, please and thank y'all. Hi, Lucy. I hope you're doing well. Nesquik. Okay, good. Yes. I think there's no C in it. They're quick. They're spelling the word quickly with no C. Yes, quick. Ovaltine was different for sure. Anyways, I still don't drink chocolate milk. Like, I don't know why, but my brain cannot get over that. And I, again, do not have visual imagery, but apparently I have a memory for what people tell me. I would hope so. Otherwise, I'd be going through life like a goldfish. Okay, shut up, Paige. Let's go. I said play.
What part of my earlier statement doesn't seem to get through to you, that I've asked you not to talk until somebody asks you a question? Texas, and it's in the interest of Ja'Cory Lee Thomas. Mr. Christopher Thomas, I need you to raise your right hand and tell me that your hand is in the air.
This is the answer.
Mr. Thomas, do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. You can put your hand
What's happening now? Why is it doing that? We saw Jody today. I talked to her earlier. She seemed to be doing okay, Lisa.
I swear.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. You can put your hand down. Ms. Gibson and any other witnesses, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony y'all are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
You can put your hands down. Ms. Brown, this appears to be a suit affecting the child back in March.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
The witness has been sworn.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. This time I will call Miss Gibson. Will you please state your name?
My name is Natasha Gibson.
And we're here today to talk about your child, Jacory Thomas. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Jacory Thomas. Yes, ma'am.
And how old is Jacory?
Jacory is 15 now. He's going to be 16 in July.
Was he born in 2009 or 2008?
He was born 2009.
Okay, so he's getting ready to be 15.
So she does the same thing that I do, and I apologize. Also, if you want to watch this video with me in it, it's already on the channel. That's probably what's fucking this up because, well, I don't know. But anyways, I do that all the time. For some reason, when my daughter turned 14, I was fucking convinced that she was 15. And I've just been a year ahead ever since. So this lady's literally saying he's almost 16, but he hasn't turned 15 yet. He's turning 15 in July.
Yeah, I mean 15. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Do you live in Jefferson County?
Yes, ma'am.
Does Jacory live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And
And
who?
he on my lease as well. Yes.
Okay, who is his father?
Christopher Lee Thomas.
At the time Jacory was born, did you and Mr. Thomas sign paperwork saying he was his father?
Yeah, he signed the birth certificate.
Your Honor, this
Yeah, perfect time to pause again, Brownzito. Also, I'd just like to take this moment in time to thank them for putting both of these people's social security numbers on the internet. I fixed that, but they didn't when they originally posted this. So, I mean, be better? I don't know what to say to that. I was so disappointed. It fucking pisses me off so much when I know I have to redact things and that's part of my job, but I should not be actually doing that full redaction. I do a redaction on all of it, but I shouldn't be able to read their goddamn security numbers. That's ridiculous.
acknowledgement of paternity as Exhibit A.
Ms. Gibson, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the alleged acknowledgement of paternity for Jacory. Is it okay if I look at this document?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Thomas, the same question. May I look at this document?
Yes, sir, you may.
State's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
Now, Ms. Gibson, are you seeking back child support or to start from here forward?
Well, I just want a year.
What is going on with this? Like that. I'm literally shutting down everything else I have on my computer, which I already had it all shut down, but let's try this. Also, you guys, does she not look pretty fucked up? She looks fucked up. Oh, fucking funny. Somebody just messaged. Okay, so the video's dropped on the channel as well, guys, by the way. And somebody just messaged on it or left a comment, which is good. That's a good sign. And they just said she looks high as a kite.
I just want uh, a year. I'm not trying to get the max back pay or anything. I just would like a year or 2 years because I've been having him since I moved back, and
Okay.
I've been doing this by myself. Like, it's not fair. It's just one child. My other oldest son,
Now, let me ask you some questions. Okay. In the last, you said you wanted 1 year or 2 years?
really 2 years.
Okay. In the last 2 years, have you and Mr. Thomas lived together?
No,
Okay. In the last 2 years, have you and Mr. Thomas lived together?
no, ever.
Okay. And in the last 2 years, has Jacory gone to live with Dad?
No,
Okay. And in the last 2 years, has Mr. Thomas paid you any money for child support?
no, no.
Okay.
Haven't brought nothing. No school clothes, shoes, a haircut, McDonald's, nothing. Not
Okay.
a Christmas, not a pick me up. It's raining. Not a don't answer, don't reply, don't
Miss Gibson,
nothing.
Miss Gibson,
I'm sorry.
you need to object, Miss Brownzito, if a witness is not responding properly. Miss Gibson, just answer the question.
Is that a pretty serious rebuke from the judge to tell her she needs to object? Like, that's nuts. Chuck is here. Grammy Rita's here. Oh no, we don't give legal advice here, Casey. My advice would be watch a bunch of cases, preferably from the jurisdiction that you're about to go to. And if you can, watch the judge you're about to go in front of. That is literally the best advice. Oh, other than hire an attorney. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just that's true. It's just true. Well, then my advice holds true. Find out who you're in front of and probably come back here and tell us, and we'll tell you if there's any court. But Nevar's police videos has got it. Get a lawyer. But yeah, make sure you wear your false lashes too.
Question, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Give you more time.
Now,
Okay, yes, sir.
does Jacory visit with his dad?
Jacory told me Jacory go play basketball so on Saturdays, and he every night, like, this is about the third time I was like, call your dad and see if he can drop you off.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
That's the same.
Now, Miss Gibson,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
But-
Cut you off. We doing this one at a time, or can I
Yes,
talk doing
Thomas,
this?
I'm gonna give you.
Because he dropped him off. He dropped him off to the.
Okay. Both witnesses have now been muted. Miss Gibson, I need you to just plainly listen to the question that Miss Brownzito asks you and answer her question. I don't need you to answer questions she didn't ask you, okay? I'll give you an opportunity at some point in time during the hearing to give me other information you think I need to know. Mr. Thomas, you will be given an opportunity to respond, I promise. Okay, you're both unrepresented by counsel. Neither of you have an attorney. So as what we call pro se parties, I will give you a chance to give me information, okay? All right, Miss Brownsito. All right, Miss Brownsito, please re-ask your question of Miss Gibson. Miss Gibson, you may unmute.
Yes, sir.
Miss Gibson, does Jacory visit with his dad?
No. He just,
Does he go on weekends with his dad?
no,
Does Mr. Thomas try to get him to go on weekends with him?
no,
Okay. Do you have a problem with Jacory going with his dad on weekends?
nope,
Okay.
nope,
Does Mr. Thomas have any other minor children that you're aware of?
no, ma'am.
Your Honor, I pass this witness.
May call your next witness.
I would call Mr. Thomas. Will you please state your name?
You can
You'll need
unmute
to
Mr. Thomas.
star 6. There you go.
Christopher Thomas.
Okay. And you are Jacory's dad?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you working?
Yes, I am.
And where do you work?
I'm working at the plant right now,
What plant?
Valero.
Do you work for Valero or do you
The contract
a
was
contractor?
Valero.
Okay. Do you get paid by the hour?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much do you make an hour?
I'm making 26 now.
Do you work 40 hours a week?
Ma'am, y'all have me trying to pay this. I'm making 26 now.
Do you work 40 hours a week?
Ma'am, y'all have me trying to pay this woman child support, and I've been having a child all
Objection,
night.
Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
I mean,
Mr. Thomas,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and just answer the question. I'll give you a chance, I promise.
Mr. Thomas, do you work at least 40
Yes.
hours a week? Do you work over 40
Yes,
hours?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right now we are.
Okay. Do you have insurance available for your child?
No, I don't.
Oh, ew. If she is rolling a blunt and she's baptizing it right now, I find that disgusting. You guys know me. I smoke joints all the time. I'm smoking a joint right now. I roll joints all the time. When somebody rolls a fucking joint and then fucking sucks on it, I lose my shit. It's called baptizing the joint. And it's when you have really shitty weed and so the joints like burn wrong. But if you have good papers, like I use these Blazy Susan papers, which are vegan. I'm not vegan. I like them because they're slow burning. But they I mean it is that's what she's doing. She's fucking baptizing the joint. And I hate that. But again, this is why whenever I go anywhere that I'm gonna be smoking weed, I bring my own. Because I hate it when people roll pinner joints and I hate it when people suck on their fucking joints before they pass it around. I mean, it's one thing to share a joint and post-COVID, that's still a lot. But to like, oh, my ex-husband used to do that. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? No. And again, since managing a dispensary and growing weed and working with weed lots and lots and lots, I know now what that is. It's just like shitty weed, badly stored. You know what I mean? But I'm fairly positive if we run this clip back, she is rolling a blunt or rolling a joint during the hearing. And let me just tell you, it gets on and weirder. Yeah.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if I asked Ms. Gibson if
One-
how the
one
shit child was
question,
covered.
one-
Yeah,
one
I did.
question.
Did I was just
No.
He have Medicaid for him.
Also, I made the thumbnail her tits because tits always do well. And I got 2 shots of her with her boobs. But it's hard to convey what she's doing in a still shot. I guess I could do like an arrow towards it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If people call it out in the comments of the other video, maybe I'll change the thumbnail.
I have Medicaid for Jacory. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah, me too.
I was just asking if I'd asked that question. I didn't remember if I'd asked it.
You didn't.
Mr. Thomas, do you visit with Jacory?
Yes, ma'am, I do. She lied on the oath because on Saturdays, I'm the one who dropped her to her house, and she comes outside and asks me to give her money. I'm the person she talks to, so I don't know why she lied on the oath like that. Matter of fact, my child's asking me for a ride to the wreck right now. He texting me after this phone conversation. I have to go to her house and pick him up, but she's telling me I don't
I
visit
told
my
him to
child.
text you. I told him to text you.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Non-responsive.
Your Honor,
Mr.
Your Honor,
Objection.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything or
No,
anything.
Mr.
I just
Thomas,
want
but
to.
Mr. Thomas, this is my courtroom. And in my courtroom, I expect
Yeah.
to follow the rules of my courtroom. And it
Yes,
really
sir.
doesn't.
I'm sorry.
I know, but being sorry doesn't fix it because you're not fixing your behavior.
Right.
Okay.
You're right.
Have I
You're
told
right.
you, Mr.
I feel like
Thomas? I know, Mr. Thomas, but there you're still interrupting. Have I told you, Mr. Thomas, that I was going to give you a chance to give me your side of the story? Did I tell you that at least once?
Yes, you did. Yes, sir.
And yet
I'm
you
sorry.
still refuse to answer the questions of Miss Brown Zito. And I don't know why.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Rito. I just feel like I'm not going to get a chance to say, and I feel like I'm paying somebody's bill instead of helping my child who can come stay back with me.
Again, Mr. Thomas, just answer the question of Miss Brown Zito.
What is the question, Miss Rito? I'm sorry.
That's right. What is the question, Miss Brown Zito?
I don't know if I've forgotten. I think the question was, do you visit with your child?
Yes,
I think
I
that was
do.
okay. Do you want to be able to visit with him on weekends?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have any other minor children?
No, I don't.
And you stated that you do not have insurance. Is that correct?
No, I'm not. I don't have it.
Okay.
And
And
I'll tell you how. We're only 12 minutes into the video that's 36 minutes long. It gets worse.
in the last 24 months, have you lived with Miss Gibson?
no, I haven't.
In the last 24 months, has your child come to live with you?
No, I don't know that technically. I'm gonna say no because I don't know how to answer that.
In the last
Damn it, there was the tit shot. Did you see that? Hold on, let's go back 10 seconds and then I'll timestamp it. That was the tit shot. You got to get a clear, not in the Zoom logo. That's the other thing. When she's in the Zoom logo, it just fucks everything up for me for fucking thumbnails. I wish people would think about that.
to come to live with you.
No, I don't know that technically. I'm gonna say no because I don't know how to answer that.
Hey now. Okay, hold on. I'm literally taking a screenshot of this while I'm live. Here we go. Okay.
In the last 24 months, have you given Miss Gibson any money for child support for your child?
Yes,
And how much
yes.
money do you say that you've given to her in the last 24 months?
I don't know total, but it'll be like she always asking for like $60 or $40 a week or something like that. I
Are
have
you
that on Cash App.
and you say you've given her that much every week?
Yes, Cash
On
App
how
approved.
on how many occasions do you say that you've sent her money through Cash App?
Not all the time, but most of the time. I can retract that on my every week, but it's
Not all the time, but most of the time. Guys, if you are looking to be understood and clear, that is not the way to do it.
a lot.
Do you have an amount that you say that you've given to her every month?
Total amount at least 140, 120.
Every month?
Yeah, 20 that up.
Okay. Your Honor, I would pass this witness.
Call you next week.
At this time, I will call Ms. Gray.
She's been sworn.
Will you please state your name?
Chastine Gray,
And where do you work?
Office of the Attorney General,
How long have you worked there?
2 years.
And in that time, what is your capacity?
I am a child support officer.
As a child support officer, do you have occasion to review the wages of our customers?
Yes, I do.
And did you do so in this case?
I did.
And in the last 4 quarters, do we have wages for Mr. Thomas?
Yes, we did.
And what are those wages? So start with
It,
the fourth quarter and go back to the first
Just
quarter.
the monthly gross will be fine, Ms. Francis.
Okay.
monthly gross. $3,429.90 was the monthly gross for those wages.
And have you looked at that in listening to his testimony? Have you looked at that for, that was over the last year, but do we have wages for him for the year before?
The year before 23,
Yes.
I believe we did. I just had the 23 year wages.
Is it that we don't have any wages for that for the year before then? Or you don't know?
I don't have anything before 23 before me. I myself.
Okay, that's the first time that's ever happened to me since interesting. I got disconnected. Hold on.
A lot.
Do you, and in that time, what is your capacity?
Hi, Cellulite Yoga Pants. Good time to join. By the way, I'm not going to admit why we just lost the stream and it's back now, but let's just say I dropped something on my keyboard and that's what happened. Anyways, think we've caught up now and it is about to get nuts. Cellulite Yoga Pants. There we go. Drunk Beaver, welcome.
$3,429.90 was the monthly gross for those wages.
And do you have you looked at that in listening to his testimony? Have you looked at that for, that was over the last year, but do we have wages for him for the year before?
The year before 23?
Spoiler
Yes.
alert, she doesn't. I remember now.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we
Katie. Perfect timing. We're going to say thank you to Katie.
I just had the 23 year wages.
I know.
Is it that we don't have any wages for that for the year before then? Or you don't know?
I don't have anything before 23 before me. I myself don't have them. Doesn't mean that they're not there.
Your Honor, I would pass this witness.
Do you have any additional witnesses that you wish to call, Ms. Brown, too?
If I could briefly recall Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas, where did you work in 2022?
I worked at Exxon.
And were you working for a contractor there as well?
Yes,
No.
ma'am.
And when you worked for Exxon, how much did you make an hour?
26.
Made 25.
And did you work there the entire year of 2023?
Even if for
See, it's just fucked up when I'm on the screen. Like, it's jittery. It's annoying. That's why I'm dipping off the screen. I'm here, though.
years,
Ms. Gibson,
for
what part of my earlier statement doesn't seem to get through to you that I've asked you not to talk until somebody asks you a question?
yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ms. Brown, too.
Mr. Thomas, did you work there the entire year of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you came over to Valero?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Thank you. Do you have any additional witnesses that you wish to call, Ms. Brown?
I do not, Your Honor.
Mr. Thomas, can I ask you some questions, please?
Yes, sir, you can.
Mr. Thomas, I have a child that's almost 15 years old, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Now, this child was born in Harris County, but now resides in my county here in Jefferson County, correct?
Yes, sir.
What county do you live in, Mr. Thomas?
Right here in Jefferson.
Okay. So you and the mom both live in the same county, yes?
Yes, sir. He stayed basically almost down the street.
Okay. So do you get to see Jacory on a pretty regular basis?
Yes, sir, I do. I'm in the oak, sir. I'm
It's
under,
okay,
sir.
Mr. Thomas. You don't have to tell me that you're lying or not lying. I'm gonna believe what you tell me until I see something different, okay? All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
does Jacory come to stay the night with you?
No, he don't.
Okay. How come?
Don't know. He's busy, like playing basketball. He's doing that. Like she said, he played basketball on the weekends. So he go do that. He like to hang out over there because she say he talked to some girls. So he basically go over there for that. And I don't know.
That's okay.
Sir, sir, to be honest, to tell you the truth, this is my mother's house that I'm at. I really don't stay here. I really stay in Houston. So it's just like on the weekends, I'm going, when I do see him, I'm really in Houston or I'm at work all the time. You know, I'm working at Valero or before that Exxon. I'm working all day. So, man, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying to get an idea,
Yeah.
Mr. I'm just trying to get an
Yeah, I
idea.
understand.
Okay. But Jacory does.
What do we think? Do we think she is talking to herself or is she talking to somebody else? Like, I know she's muted, but I can't tell if she's actually just yelling at the phone. Like, I don't get it.
Just trying to get an
Yeah, I
idea.
understand.
Okay. But Jacory does stay at his mother's, Miss Gibson's house overnight until you get to pick him up and visit with him, right?
Or he come over here for a ride.
Right. But I mean, at night he's staying at Miss Gibson's house.
Yes, sir, he is.
Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Thomas, you live in Jefferson County, but when you get done with your job at Valero, do you intend to move back to Harris County?
I don't know, sir.
Right. When you worked at Exxon, was that out here local or was that back in Houston?
That was out here in local in Jefferson.
So you've been here the last couple of years.
Yes, I've been here. Me and him.
Right. Well, I know he's been here, but I didn't know about you. That's why I was asking about you.
Yes, me and him, and I don't know where she's been.
Okay.
She's been nowhere. I haven't physically seen her, no lie, in 16 years.
Okay. And you said that Jacory called you this morning to take him to the rec center?
Yes, sir, he did.
What time were you
You
planning
heard
on?
that on my.
What time were you?
Oh, I guess.
Mr. Thomas.
I guess after this meeting, sir.
Mr. Thomas, what time were you planning on taking Jacory to the rec center today?
After this session, sir.
Is Jacory not in school?
I'm trying to figure it out too. The calls be coming over here, they be missing days, but they say he be gone. So I don't know.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Gibson, can you unmute for me, please?
I'm just, I look, I'm sorry.
No,
I
Ms.
just,
Gibson, Miss Gibson, I don't
It's sad.
listen, y'all. I don't know what part of this trial thing y'all don't seem to get.
Yes, sir.
I get to ask the question and then you answer the question.
Yeah, I know. I
I
apologize.
know, but you just can't help yourself, Miss Gibson.
Yeah, because it hurt my son. You just don't know. It hurt him so.
If you would just be patient for just
Yes.
a couple of minutes and
Yes.
answer the questions that I ask you, then I will give you a chance to rant at me about what it is that you think is in Jacory's best interest, okay?
Yeah, it hurt because he
So
don't do nothing and he lives down the street.
Let me see if I can ask you some questions, Miss Gibson. All right.
That hurt my son. My son happy. My son, so he went to school, was like, yes, I hope something will happen.
Is Jacory in school, Miss Gibson?
Yes, sir.
All right. What school does he attend?
Smith Middle School. And he got A's. He got hundreds, A's, B's.
What school does he attend?
Smith Middle School. And his oldest brother, he just turned 18. He go to BU. And his daddy committed suicide 5 years ago.
Gibson, what does that have to do with what school Jacory goes to?
I told you, it somehow gets even further off the rails. We're gonna just, like, she just crammed how much into the last 30 seconds? It's crazy. Hi, William.
Answer the questions that I ask you, then I will give you a chance to rant at me about what it is that you think is in Jacory's best interest, okay?
Yeah, it hurt because he don't do nothing and he lives down the street.
Let me see if I can ask you some questions, Miss Gibson. All right.
That hurt my son. My son happy. My son, so he went to school, was like, yes, I hope something will happen.
Is Jacory in school, Miss Gibson?
Yes, sir.
All right. What school does he attend?
Smith Middle School. And he got A's. He got hundreds, A's, B's.
What school does he attend?
Smith Middle School. And his oldest brother, he just turned 18. He go to BU. And his daddy committed suicide 5 years ago.
Gibson, what does that have to do with what school Jacory goes to?
Well, I'm just saying, Jacory, he like Chris don't do that. Like I put him in AA. He loved basketball. Okay. That's your only child. What's wrong? I paid for this. You don't pick up. I got him a new phone. I got him a number. I do everything. But that's not fair because I don't have all the means.
Right.
I don't have a boyfriend, somebody to live with me. I'm growing. I want to build.
What is she talking about now? Oh my God. I don't have a boyfriend, quote unquote. Holy shit. I told you. And what was that like whole this is nuts.
Do
you want me to give Mr. Thomas the right to see Jacory on the weekend?
Break the cycle, sir.
Ms. Gibson, do you want me to give Mr.
Break the cycle. Break the cycle.
Thomas the right to see Jacory on the weekends? Do you think?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I would love it.
Okay. Do you want me to?
I would love it. And yes, I want him to.
Do you want me to order Mr. Thomas to pay you child support?
Yes, please, so I can give it to my son. Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Please, so we can start
what you
open
do
up
with
a
the
bank
money?
account. He can have a little change on his cash app, order what he be want. They order all this stuff.
What you do with the
What
money is your business.
I work.
Okay. What you
What I do with my money?
what you do with the
I
money?
pay.
He's not asking what you do with your money. This is literally beyond unhinged. Is this not one of the most unhinged little like cases we've heard in a long time? I will give a little bit of it to a Zoom delay, but there's something going on here. What is going on here, Beverly? We don't know. We don't know.
The money that I pay all my bills ahead of time. So whatever's left over, I buy groceries. I don't get too much in food stamps, so they don't give me that. I got them on Medicaid. Uh, I just, I pay everything in the house. I don't ask them for nothing. Whenever they ask me, I give it. Like he just went to the movies, I gave him $20. He do good in
That's fine.
school.
Okay. I think I've heard enough. Mr. Thomas, is there anything else you think I need to know about the case before I make a ruling? You can unmute,
Could I
Mr.
say
Thomas.
could I say one thing before your ruling?
Sure,
sir?
that's why I asked you if there was anything else you think I needed to know.
This really started because she called because she wanted to borrow some money. See, I did a really bad job of getting a lawyer and really having them like speak and talk to me because I be kind of busy at work. She wanted to borrow some money, but I didn't let her borrow money, so I got messages and messages of her telling me I'm gonna pay. So I'm not understanding. I give my child money, so what money? So I gotta pay when I give her money, and I give her every money. Man, this is what I have to go through. This girl bash me every day on Facebook, calling me sorry about material things. Not nothing like. That's why I said at the beginning of this process. Could you explain child support to her? Child support go on his needs, not if just because while I work and I make money. Not if he scuff his shoes, he need another pair of them shoes, all different color. Man, I wish you would have heard the first person. This girl kept saying my son should have every pair of shoes that comes out, every pair of Jordans that come out, just because while I work at. Now,
Oh, a little creed frame there. Little creed frame, mini creed frame on my end. Internet moves acting up. He wants 20 pairs of Jordans. Like, this is crazy.
I let him go over there before school started. Me and her got into the argument. She called the police. The police do you got to go to court because they can't remove the child from parent to parent. So they said we had to go to court anyway. So I had to leave him there, and I never went to court. I left him there. I didn't like abandon him nothing. So that's how I've been seeing him while he been over there and take care of him over there. And this girl just lied under oath saying I don't do nothing for my child.
Okay.
And if you listen to if you listen to the stuff she said, it's like material stuff that the mother supposed to take care of. Like, all right, why I gotta take care of haircut and he over there with you for a second? You can pay for a haircut, man. I'm like I said, I did a poor job of sending blowing messages or sending messages. I got stuff where she said she bought a phone from. That's a lot. She called me, sorry, sir. I gave her the money for the phone.
Right.
After she bought the phone with my money, sent her more money, took the money, sent me a screenshot of the phone that she bought, and called me a sorry ass parent, and was bragging on Facebook about the phone that I bought to everybody. Everybody know I bought the phone. So I don't know, Judge. I don't know, man.
Well,
That's all I do.
we're gonna put the terms and conditions in a formal order, Mr. Thomas, and that'll get it squared away. Then y'all won't have to worry about that part of it anymore. Okay?
Please,
Well,
yeah,
if
please.
if you listen to what she say, listen to what she say she wanted though from a year. So I just stopped. My son for to be 15. He said a year and 2 years. So I wait till my son get all the way to 13, 14 to say, hey, son, I'm going to be sorry with you. I'm not going to take
I'm
care of you
not,
no more. He
because I
been
don't want to
living
be
with,
ugly,
he
so
been
just,
living with me.
That's enough.
This is
That's enough. I've tried to explain to y'all how this works, and you don't seem to want to be able to just listen rather than having to talk. Miss Gibson, if you unmute yourself one more time, I'm going to evoke you and reject you and throw you out of my courtroom.
I'm gonna reject you. I'm gonna have to sound clip that for when I'm feeling sad and I want to feel more sad. Just play judge saying, I'm gonna reject you over and over. Look at her face. Yeah.
Do you understand? Nod your head yes if you understand that you are this close to being removed from the courtroom. You understand? All right, thank you. You don't have to raise your hand, Miss Gibson. I know that there is lots of things that left that you want to tell me. The problem is I don't think there's anything else that either one of y'all is going to tell me that's going to have an impact on how my ruling here. Because this is what I see. I see two people that don't get along very well, but that are trying to do what they can to help Jacory. And all I'm going to do in this court order is give you both the right to continue to do that, to do the best that you can to raise this child, hopefully as you've been doing at this time. I'm going to make specific terms, conditions in regards to how Mr. Thomas has the right to visit with Jacory. And that way he doesn't have to worry about whether or not Miss Gibson is going to make the child available. Okay. And Mr. Thomas is going to be ordered to pay child support, and he's going to be ordered to pay medical support. And I could have gone back 4 years for back child support, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. So just understand that I listen to both sides of the story, but there still has to be a ruling that gets made. And so I'm going to make that ruling now. Ms. Brownzito, are you ready?
I am, Your Honor.
Ms. Brownzito, the court is going to find that the court has jurisdiction in this case. I've heard the testimony of all the witnesses, and I'm going to decide that it is in Jacory's best interest to name the parties as joint managing conservators with Miss Gibson, with the parent with the right to establish the primary residence of the child. All right, now that primary residence will be required to stay in Jefferson County or a county that touches Jefferson County. That's a local rule as far as the domicile restriction is concerned. I will order Miss Gibson to maintain the health insurance issue. Miss Gibson, I'm making my ruling. When I get done with my ruling, I'll give you some further directions, okay? So just stand by. I'm going to order that there will be a domicile restriction. I'll order Miss Gibson to maintain the health insurance that she has on the child, and Mr. Thomas is going to pay child support according to the wage information that was provided to me by the parties and Ms. Gray. Child support in this case is going to get set at $560 per month plus $125 a month in cash medical. Retroactive child support will be granted, but only in the amount of $5,220. Mr. Thomas will be ordered to repay that at a rate of $75 a month. All payments will begin May the 1st of 2024 and every month thereafter until the child emancipates or otherwise graduates from high school. Mr. Thomas will be responsible for court costs, but I will give him until October 31st of 2024 to pay my court costs. Ms. Brownzito, did the state of Texas hear all the terms and conditions of my court order?
On visitation, it's just standard visitation. Is that correct? Okay.
All right. Any other questions, Ms. Brownzito?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Gibson and Mr. Thomas, what's going to happen now is Ms. Brownzito's office is going to send me an order. If it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it and get it back to them, and then they're going to make a copy of it and send it to each of you. Now, you don't have to be satisfied with the ruling that I've made today. If either party is dissatisfied with my ruling, you have 3 days with which to file a notice of appeal with the district clerk's office in Jefferson County. Your appeal has to be in writing. You have to file it with the district clerk's office, and you have to tell the referring court what part of my ruling you disagree with. You're also responsible for sending a written copy of that appeal to all the other non-appealing parties. All right, they'll send you a copy of it once I sign it. The hearing is concluded.
I shit you not, that was it. The hearing is concluded. This video is unavailable. And that's what it ended on. I was laughing so hard. Because if he lets them ask any questions. And the weirdest part is that she agreed and he agreed. They all agreed. Everything was agreed to pretty much. There's really very little question. That was a freaking 36-minute hearing for, and I promise you that her question did not air on YouTube. If she got to ask it afterwards, offline, maybe, but this was seriously one of the weirdest hearings I think I've ever seen. He was so patient about it though, because I think he realized like there was no winning. He knows these people are not going to go file an appeal in three business days, 3 working days. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah. Anyways, I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. I know it was a bit of a short one today, but I promise it'll be a little bit longer tomorrow. What else was I going to say? Oh, go do me a solid. Go give the video that I posted a like. It's the same video, but it's the video version. So I really need that one to do well. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.